booth right now. I'm gonna use one of my other accounts. Let's use this one. And so we get logged in. And we'll type in Hutton here. Lauren Hutton, the first water mineral makeup. Okay. And so it looks like what we have here is we got a bunch of banners, and there's a couple pages here. So let's find something where it's actually a search offer, because all these, here's email, more banners. Go to page 3. And by the way, if you hear any people in the background, the beach got extremely crowded over the last, like, I don't know, 7 days. I guess high school and all the schools got out and everyone's here on vacation and causing ruckus. Alright, so here's for pay-per-click and search engine publishers only. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, right? And I'll go back into HexaTrack and I'll actually go into ClickBooth here. And I'm gonna actually create a new campaign. I'm gonna call it Hutton. It's gonna be a JavaScript link. I'm gonna put my affiliate URL right in here. And here we go. So now, after you create your campaign, basically it gives you a couple of different tracking options here, right? So this is if I have my own landing page. I'm actually gonna reveal a secret on this landing page in a little bit. I just want to get to the iFrame thing real quick. So we're actually gonna click on the self-hosted tracking. Now, most people probably never noticed this, but if you scroll down here, it says how to use frames and iFrames using HexaTrack. Now, this is kind of like a sneaky little way to get around the Google slap. It's not really black hat, it's not really white hat. It's kind of like in between. It's like whitish gray. Yeah, if that's a real color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these 3 codes. Now, this looks pretty damn complicated to me, and we're in the process of actually streamlining this whole process because it's confusing, even for me. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to take this code right here, and we're actually just going to create a PHP file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a text file for now, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. It's really simple. Just take this code, put that right on top over there, and then you're actually going to take this code and you're going to put it right underneath. Now, what the code underneath does is, okay, let me just explain what these 2 codes do. This top code basically tells the browser that I want to load the Hutton offer on top of the content that I'm going to be displaying. And the bottom code right here is the actual content that you're going to be displaying underneath the offer. So basically what you're doing is you're putting content underneath and you're putting the offer on top, right? So then Google, what they do is when the actual the AdWords bot goes and scrapes your page, they look at this information underneath and they're like, wow, this guy has a lot of content on his page, but meanwhile the user only sees the offer. So what you would do here is you would just put in the title. You could just put in anything. I'll put Lauren Hutton makeup kit or makeup trial offer, right? And then you know, you can put in your meta keywords here. So you put in your keywords here, you put in your meta description here, you know, you put in like Lauren Hutton makeup. And for keywords, I would actually just go back into my HexaTrack and find similar keywords and just, you know, put like 10 or 15 here. And over here is actually where the important stuff happens. Now, in between the no frames and the frames code, I'm just going to separate this so that you can see it a little bit. Put maybe about 4 paragraphs of content in there, just about Lauren Hutton, about makeup. Get some stuff from Wikipedia, you know, get creative. Maybe even like throw some like links to images in there, which is pretty cool. It's very easy, it's very simple. Shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes just to throw some content in there. Then what you do is you're just going to save this file as index.php or something like that, right? And then you're going to upload it to your server. Now what this iFrame actually does is it allows Google to go out, it scrapes your page, it looks at all the content you have over here, and then this actually loads on top of it. So it's pretty clever. And then when you start getting your data, you can actually upload, you know, your conversion data. And now what's going to happen is Google is actually going to show you, or HexaTrack is actually going to show you what exact keywords converted. And that was the problem that it seems like to me when I was looking at my competition, that they didn't know what the long tail keywords that were converting were, because they were there for about 7, 8, 9 days. Some of them were there for like 6 days. No one actually left after 2 days. So that means they were like making some conversions, but they just weren't making enough. So this is actually going to allow you to find those exact keywords and drop your bids even lower to about 2 cents. And that's about it for the iFrame deal. If you have any questions, just post them on the blog, and I'll be sure to get back to you, or post them in the forum, and I'll get back to you. I mean, this is the quickest, fastest way to enter any market and still have good quality score. And what I'm going to show you now is another website that I want to show you. I believe. Let me just pull up my notes real quick. Larry makes fun of me because I take notes before I do my videos. But you know, he likes to write everything down and make sure everything is perfect before he does any tutorials. I just like to get into it. So anyway, I'm gonna copy this right here. This is xml-sitemaps.com. Now, one important thing about getting good quality of score is complying with Google. What does Google want to see when they scrape your website and they look at your directories and stuff like that? Not a bunch of pages. No, they want to see some kind of structure. They don't want to see like 1 or 2 pages. I mean, obviously the iFrame is 1 page, but if you have a sitemap, even if it's a 1 or 2 pages, you'll see your quality score actually get bumped up a little bit. Don't ask me why. Obviously the only reason is because Google wants you to comply with their terms. And you can obviously see this is a Google sitemap. So what you would do is you would type in your domain name, you would type in all your how often it changes, and the priority of this, and there's more information if you dig into this, and you just click start, and it actually spits out an XML sitemap for your website that you just upload to your FTP, into your landing page or your domain. And then when Google's AdWords bot actually goes in there, it sees that you have a sitemap, and it actually boosts your quality score a little bit. And this is something that people don't test and things like this. And then Larry and I have been testing small things like this that make a huge difference. That's about it for today. I just wanted to touch upon these 3 things. And again, if you have any questions, just post it right on the blog or post it in our forum, and we will get back to you. And see you later. Hey, so I was just editing the video and I realized I need to talk about 2 more things. One more thing I want to talk about was I am actually going to be doing a live case study for you guys. So I just want to let you know that I started a couple more campaigns that I'm going to be spying on. One is Barnes & Noble, just because I was looking at Amazon and I realized, hey, if they can sell books, I probably should be able to too. And there's a couple offers out there for Barnes & Noble, so I figure, hey, why not? And I have like 1 or 2 in here. I'm going to show you that in the next video. And one more thing I want to tell you was the iFrame deal that I actually showed you earlier is just to test the market. If you see that it's working, get out of there before Google finds out that the whole iFrame thing is working. Because if it works, build a landing page, build a site around it, and then go attack that market, because you'll be twice as more successful. So it's a very good way to get in quick, see if it works, test it for about 2 weeks, and if it works, hey, build a whole site around it. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon.